Hello everyone, here's my brand new Thomas Wing Railway layout. So please enjoy. We're going to start at Nafford Station. All the lines here on Nafford Station. Line 1's got 4 and that line dead ends. Second line's got Henry Express, and third line's got Spencer Coach. Fourth line's got Merkel, a long train of box fans. 4 on Henry's line converge, and that goes from the switch to Emery's Squaffer. Sorry, I keep on knocking over things. That line goes over this crossing. There's the grain. Sorry, I nearly fell. There's Oliver, and there's like a foresty area, Henry's Forest. And this line goes to the airfield. See ducks there. And yeah, so this line right here goes into the tunnel. There's a switch, power station. Then you've got Fergus there, and power cars, and there's Toby, and Henrietta, and Terence there. Ellswood Station. This line right here goes to the work shed, and that goes to Timothy Sedge. You've got Frida, Bastas, Ferdinand, Sampson, D199, Hector, and Neville and Rosie with the pop-up library car. And there's Gordon in the ditch, and there's Mace Flopping Hat surveying the damage. And that line goes to Daisy is at Tidmouth Station, and that line, D199, goes up to where Stepney is with the fossil delivery thing. There's a switch here, we'll talk about that line later. This line at the Knapford Covered Bridge goes to where steamer is. Some tar tankers, goes back down. There's a switch there, goes to Dodge with some great fair Southern trucks at the conductor's shed, and there's a big city engine. And that line goes to platform 3. And this one right here curves, there's a switch here with diesel, the breakdown train. That goes to Lady, the Magic Buffers. This goes to the honey factory, and there's Thomas, another cover Thomas, who is clearing this snow mound. Good job, Thomas. And that goes through the mountain overpass, and there's Birdie. That goes to platform 2 where Henry's at. Oh god, jeez, it took a while. Anyway, so this line over here goes up to where Bell is, and there's a switch here. This goes to a Donald Douglas on Soda Bay Bridge, and the Lifton Bridge was a very long time. Well, a long line of trucks. And that goes where Arthur is at the Hilltop Station, with Brits and Old Style Talents, and that line goes over the Arch Viaduct and back to where Bolter's Bridge is. So yeah, there's also the water wheel here. So anyways, so that line where Bell's at goes down once again, and there's the docks here. My favourite part about this layout is the docks. I think it looks so great. There's a switch here, this line goes to I Bird. Stop sign here, and that's where Percy took the plans. There's the soda paint factory. There's a crossover switch here. And there's the gantry crane. And there's a sign for the waterworks car. There's a little shed here for the Flying Scotsman and Mallard. And that line goes to a switch that goes to Molly. There's like crane. And there's a bunch of cargo crates here. There's Cranky unloading the boat, and there's cargo ship and some other cargo ships and some workmen. There's Salty with some not bag cars, the cargo cars. And that line goes to Den pushing Chinese Dragon. That line goes back to where Daisy is with milk tankers. And this line over here goes to Harvey at the this square, I forgot what it was called. And there's James with the aquarium cars at the soda, things like the, I forgot what it's called. And there's the Soda Zoo aquarium. So yeah, that's the docks. Love how it turned out. Yeah, so anyways, at the airfield here we've got Tiger Moth and Duck and Oliver. This line over here where Duck is at goes through this, under this bridge. There's Harold, goes to Winston, goes under the Soda, no, it was the Artstone Bridge, yeah, Artstone Bridge. That goes to Switch here. That line goes to the Maroc line. Curves around here. There's the Stop and Go station. There's a switch here that goes beside where Hero's at. Patrick Hero, I might add. He's really cool. And that goes to Wetwater, or well, substitute version Cloven's Gate. So yeah, Wetwater, and that goes to his tunnel, Henry's tunnel, and that goes to where Splatter is, and that line just converges it's like a loop. So yeah, and there's, like the pig said, Farmer Cole's farm, and yeah. So anyways, this line curves around to the Vickers Orchard. You got Trevor and apple tree and some other stuff, you know, Everwood's fence, and there's Edward talking to Trevor with some coats, burrito coats, and there's Wilbert, the log cars. That line goes over here. There's Derek with shuttle fuel tankers. That converges back to double shuttle signal station. That goes down there. Platform 3 of Spencer's line goes Dennis with these celebration cars that came in the salty pack. That goes to Neil's with Ellswood's flower car. And that goes to Whiff. There's the Vicar's house. And yeah, so this line goes to a T-switch. There's Timothy's having some trucks, so you could guess it's the quarry over here. So this line right here goes up to Bill and Ben with some trying to play cars. And wait, it says like that goes down to Glory Mine Tunnel where Mavis is at with Glory Mine cars. And that goes Boulder's here because it doesn't like this. Oh no, it works. It didn't like the stand in it previously, now it works. There's the fossil discovery thing, there's a crossover switch at the crane. There's a bunch of pack members. So yeah, there's 3 more lines to cover, and then an hour gauge lines and the road, 2 sections of road. So yeah, you start there at Quaken's Gate. There's Duke with some coaches. This line goes to a switch. There's Duncan and Renee's with the weather tracker. This line goes to Water where Minor Mac is, and dead ends at the Rumbling Bridge where Victor is. And Renee's line goes up to Scullo with an extra tar and fuel tanker. I have it lying around. There's Ivy Who with the zoo cars. Goes down here to Luke with construction cars. Goes to Boulder Mountain with Rusty with the Blast and Cap car and the Morgan's Mine car. There's the Foghorn. That goes to Millie and to Handle at the a homemade station. And there's George at a crossing. That goes to Windmill, the little forestry area where Freddy and Peter Sam are. Peter Sam's the barrel loader. And that switch right there goes to next to a signal box and to this edge. Smudge Bertram Proteus. So yeah, I only got one more thing, one more to finger complete, and that's the word. So the word starts here, goes up. There's Butch, pulling old style talents. There's Patrick, Birdie at the mountain overpass. There's the fire crew, and Flynn. That line curves and goes and just dead ends there. Now the road section starts over here. That goes through the road rail bridge to Elizabeth, which is kind of like field countryside. Some cows and a traffic light. That curves around here. Bit of a wavy section. Goes under Bulgy's Bridge, under the Arch Viaduct, and to Topham Army. So Topham Hat Army. At Nefford Station, there's a bit of some houses there. If I had Thomas the breakfast house, I would have put it there, but because this is the side where Thomas came to breakfast, because I've got a house there in the buffer and the road. Well, I don't have that. And yeah, so that line curves. That goes to over this side crossing. Goes up again. Over this bridge where the solar cleaning crew are, I think it was called something like that. Goes to crosses over another line where there's Isabella. That goes back down to the solar scrubbing side, and then ends there. Yeah, that's the entire layout. Tell me what your favourite part is in the comments below. My favourite's the docks. So yeah, have a good time.